Hello everyone. Welcome back to my B&B spoiler channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Night has settled over Los Angeles, and Bill Spencer is alone in his office, the city lights scattered below him like static. On his desk sits a folder he almost dismissed as routine, another piece of corporate paperwork crossing his line of sight before bed. He nearly closes it without a second look. He doesn't. Bill has spent his whole career learning the same lesson over and over. Money doesn't win wars, and neither does raw power. Information does. A photograph taken at the wrong moment. A message sent to the wrong person. A timestamp that doesn't line up with the story someone has been telling. A witness who has finally decided to stop staying quiet. Tonight he believes he's holding all four. He opens the folder slowly, and his expression shifts from mild curiosity to something sharper. He reads it once, refusing to believe it. He reads it again more carefully. A name jumps out at him, Steffy Forrester. Appearing in a place he never expected to see it. Beside it, connected by dates and details that shouldn't line up, is another name. Carter Walton. Bill sits back. What he's looking at isn't a business dispute. It isn't even a personal scandal in the ordinary sense. It's a fault line running straight through the heart of the Forrester family, and he is the only person who knows it's there. He whispers 5 words into the empty office, quiet enough that no one could hear them even if they were standing beside him. I will destroy everything you built. He doesn't shout it. He doesn't need to. The stillness in his voice is what makes it dangerous. Bill understands exactly what he's holding. Rich Forrester has built his entire identity around 3 things: family, loyalty, and the Forrester name. If Bill can prove that Steffy has been hiding something involving Carter, this won't just make Ridge angry. It will make him feel betrayed by the one person he trusted to protect the family when he couldn't, his own daughter. The folder isn't a single smoking gun. It's a puzzle. Conversations that happened at suspicious hours, meetings no one can quite explain, small inconsistencies in the story Steffy has been telling everyone around her. Bill starts connecting the pieces. He remembers how Steffy and Carter have been thrown together lately by circumstance and emotion. He remembers Carter's complicated history with Daphne. He remembers how strained Steffy's marriage to Finn has become. And he starts to wonder whether the cracks already running through her personal life have opened a door that could bring the entire Forrester empire down with her. But Bill knows better than to move too fast. Confront Steffy too soon, and she'll deny everything. Confront Ridge too soon, and Ridge will accuse him of manufacturing another family crisis for his own benefit. He needs something undeniable, something that can't be waved away as coincidence. He needs to be patient. For now, a house divided. Across town, Steffy has no idea any of this exists. She is already running on empty. Her marriage to Finn has been under more strain than she's willing to admit out loud, and the fallout from everything involving Sheila has left her unsure who in her life she can actually trust anymore. She's been pulled in a dozen directions at once, and somewhere in the middle of that exhaustion, her connection with Carter, someone who has simply been present, steady, and easy to talk to, has deepened into something neither of them planned for and neither of them has fully named. Walking into Forrester Creations the next morning, Steffy tells herself the worst is behind her. But something feels off. The building doesn't feel like itself. Conversations stop a beat too late when she walks into a room. Employees glance at her, then look away. She assumes it's leftover tension from Ridge's ongoing frustration with Finn, anything but the truth, because she has no idea Bill Spencer has quietly opened an investigation with her name at the center of it. Carter is fighting his own battle. His personal life is already tangled, and his feelings for Steffy have grown into something he can no longer file away as simple friendship. He knows the real danger was never only about what may or may not have happened between them. The real danger is what people will believe happened. And Bill is counting on exactly that gap between truth and perception. Bill meets privately with a trusted contact and asks one question. Are you certain? Yes. That single word changes everything for Bill. This isn't gossip anymore. It's leverage, and leverage in Bill's hands is a weapon he knows exactly how to use. He decides against releasing anything immediately. Instead, he wants a private confrontation first. He wants Steffy to understand that he knows enough to unsettle her, without letting her know exactly how much he actually has. It's a psychological game, and it's one Bill has never lost. The next morning, Steffi receives a message asking her to meet him. No explanation, only a time and a location. Her first instinct is suspicion. Why would Bill Spencer want to see me? She almost ignores it, but something about the tone unsettles her enough that she goes anyway. She arrives expecting another argument about business. Instead, Bill slides a folder onto the table between them and says nothing. He doesn't open it. He just watches her. "What is this about?" she asks. "You already know." "I don't know what you think you know." Bill smiles, cold and unhurried. "That's the problem, Steffi. I don't think I know." He pushes the folder an inch closer. "Open it." She doesn't touch it at first. Bill tells her almost gently that he spent years watching the Forresters and the Logans fight over love, power and control. But this time, what he's found isn't something that gets solved with a family meeting. Steffi finally opens it. Her face drains of color. Photographs. Messages. Records. None of it tells the whole story on its own, but together the pieces form an image that could be devastating. "This doesn't tell the whole story," she says quickly. "I know," Bill answers. "This is only the beginning." Then he repeats the 5 words slower this time so they land. "I will destroy everything you built." "Threatening my family won't work," Steffi says, her voice shaking. Bill laughs quietly. "This was never about your family. It's about what your family will do once they learn the truth." That sentence terrifies her more than the threat itself, because she knows exactly how Ridge reacts to betrayal. She knows how fiercely he protects the Forrester name, how deeply loyalty matters to him, and she knows Carter is one of his closest friends. If Ridge believes she and Carter crossed a line, the fallout won't stay contained to one relationship. It will tear through everyone. "What do you want?" she demands. "Money? Control? An apology? I want the truth." She refuses to give it to him. "You have no right to interfere in my life," she says. "You're right," Bill says. "But the moment your secret starts affecting other people, it stops being private." He gives her one chance to come forward on her own before he decides what to do with what he has. The first crack. Steffi leaves shaken and calls Carter immediately. He senses something is wrong before she even finishes a sentence. "Bill knows," she tells him. "Knows what?" She can't answer. And that silence tells Carter everything he needs to know. Whatever happened between them may no longer be something they can control. Carter tells her they need to think carefully before saying a word to Ridge. But Steffi has a second fear pressing on her just as hard. Finn. If he finds out before Ridge does, their already fragile marriage might not survive it. Bill notices exactly who Steffi runs to when she's afraid. He expected it, he wanted it. He wasn't only watching the evidence. He was watching the reaction. And now he knows precisely where the pressure point is, Carter. So Bill makes his next move. He sends Ridge a single anonymous line. Ask Steffi what she's hiding. Ridge reads it and tells himself it's nothing, someone trying to start another war between the Forresters and the Spencers. But the feeling doesn't leave him. He goes to find his daughter. She's distracted the moment he sees her. "Everything okay?" he asks. "Yeah." He knows immediately she's lying. He asks again. She insists she's just tired. He studies her face, and then asks the question she's been dreading. Is Carter involved? Steffi freezes. And in that single moment, Ridge's entire understanding of his daughter starts to come apart. He doesn't need an explanation. He sees it in her eyes, the fear, the guilt, the hesitation, and suddenly Bill's message makes sense. He walks away without another word and goes straight to Carter. "Is there something I need to know about Steffi?" Ridge asks. Carter won't answer. That silence enrages Ridge more than any confession could have. "You're my friend," he says. "If something is happening, I deserve the truth." Carter is caught between two impossible outcomes: say too much and destroy Steffi, or say nothing and let Ridge believe the worst. Before he can decide, Ridge's phone buzzes. An image this time. Ridge looks at it, and something in his face collapses. A man who has weathered business wars, betrayals, and heartbreak for decades looks, for a moment, like someone who's just been hit in the chest. "Did you betray me?" he asks Carter. Carter looks away. Ridge doesn't need the words. He already has his answer. He walks out, and when Carter tries to follow, Ridge tells him not to. The weight of silence. Ridge arrives at the Forrester mansion carrying more anger than he knows what to do with. The moment Steffy sees his face, she knows he's seen something. The truth, Steffy. Now. It's complicated. Complicated, he repeats, cutting her off. Secrets are what destroy families. She starts crying, telling him she never meant to hurt him. He tells her that isn't what he asked. He wants to know if she crossed a line with Carter. She hesitates, and the hesitation is the answer. Ridge walks away devastated. 4 years, Steffy was the piece of the Forrester legacy he trusted most. His daughter, his fighter. The one who held the family together when he couldn't. Now he isn't sure if the person he trusted most has become the person who could take it all down. And Bill is watching every bit of it unfold. He knows Ridge is vulnerable right now. The company under pressure. Carter's personal life already a mess. The family fractured before he even arrived. So Bill calls him directly. What do you want? Ridge snaps. To help. Ridge laughs bitterly. I don't need help from you. Maybe not, Bill says. But you might need what I know. Then calmly. If you want to protect your family, stop defending the lie. I will never take advice from you. Then lose everything. The call ends. Ridge stares at his phone, and for the first time he wonders if what sounded like a threat might actually have been a warning. What Carter is willing to lose. Steffy confronts Bill again, telling him he's gone too far. I haven't gone far enough, he replies. Why are you doing this? Bill tells her half honestly that he's tired of watching the Forresters believe they're untouchable. Tired of Ridge treating everyone else as an enemy while shielding his own family from consequences. Steffy calls it what it is, revenge. Bill doesn't fully deny it, but adds that there's another reason too. He wants her to understand that power always comes with a price. Then he tells her there's one more piece of evidence she hasn't seen yet. What is it? You'll find out when Ridge does. Steffy understands exactly what that means. If Bill releases everything, there may be nothing left to save. Not her marriage, not her relationship with her father, not her place at Forrester Creations. She begs him to stop. He refuses. That's when Carter walks in. If anyone should be blamed, it's me, he says. Bill studies him for a moment, and something in his expression shifts. Now we're getting somewhere. Carter offers himself as the target. Use him but leave Steffy out of it. Bill asks if Carter is really willing to sacrifice his own future for her. Yes, Carter answers without hesitation. That answer tells Bill more than he expected. Whatever exists between Carter and Steffy runs deeper than he first assumed. And that gives him even more leverage than before. The truth finally. Back at the mansion, Ridge asks Steffy one last time. Not through Bill, not through Carter, just the two of them. This time she doesn't deflect. I made choices I regret, she admits. Do you love him? She can't answer. Ridge closes his eyes, and the silence hurts him more than any confession could have. This family has survived enemies before, he says quietly. Scandals. Betrayals. But this time the enemy might be inside our own walls. Don't let Bill destroy us, she begs. Bill didn't create this, Ridge says. Our secrets did. Chapter 8. The Final Warning. The next morning, before Bill can release what remains of the evidence, Ridge shows up at his office. I won't be intimidated, Ridge tells him. This isn't intimidation, Bill says. It's consequences. What do you want? Bill looks him dead in the eyes and delivers the 5 words one final time. I will destroy everything you built. Try, Ridge says. Bill's smile doesn't waver. I already have. What comes next? Moments later, Ridge's phone lights up with a new message. He opens it and whatever he sees drains the color from his face. Worse somehow than everything that came before it. Steffy arrives just as he lowers the phone. He doesn't say anything. He simply turns the screen toward her. Her hands start to shake. Carter steps in behind her, and for a long moment, none of them say a word. Bill Spencer has never been afraid of a fight, and now that he believes he's holding the one secret capable of bringing down the Forrester family, he has no intention of giving it back. The Forrester name has survived decades of rivalries, scandals, and betrayals, but this time feels different. Bill isn't attacking the company. He's attacking the trust holding the family together, and once that trust is gone, even the strongest family can come apart. Rich stands at the edge of the estate, staring out at everything he's spent a lifetime building, wondering if everything he thought he understood about his daughter, his friend, and his family's future was wrong. Steffy watches him from a distance, tears in her eyes. Carter knows the truth is still coming. And Rich knows only one thing for certain: nothing will ever be the same again. The only question left is whether he'll expose what Steffy and Carter have hidden, or whether Bill Spencer will use it first and bring the entire Forrester empire down with it.